So, when did we meet? I think it was about 10 years ago.
Probably more at your bar, the Nexus bar.
So, no, the short answer is we met when I joined Amber. Longer answer,
Yeah.
we met actually a little bit before I joined Amber at Amber's Christmas party, because I joined in March and the Christmas party was, well, before Christmas. So, let's get into this. Have to answer these things. What's your favorite thing about the work culture at Amber?
I'd probably say that the favorite thing is transparency in communication. I think it makes things easier in these difficult economic times, talking to people transparently about how the company is doing and what the company is struggling with. So I think it's very important for us as leadership to be open with our people.
For me, it's a touching a bit on the same on a similar thing. Not necessarily transparency, but knowing that you get to work with people that you can call friends. And obviously, when I came here, I didn't really know anyone except a couple of people, but it felt very
Familiar.
I don't know. It felt very cozy from day one, from the very beginning, And obviously, it was a much smaller company back then. But this somehow, this feeling sort of stayed, and relationships were built over time. And for me, it's honestly a second home. And this is also why I'm okay with working from the office, because I get to spend time with people I
Yeah.
like. So
I can definitely resonate with that.
what's the most ambitious project you'd love to see come to life? I guess Amber related.
Yeah, that's a tricky one. I would probably say that building the art service studio is one of the projects that I've been working on for the past 3 years that I would really love to see come to fruition, to have a large team that can execute top quality work for the industry.
For me, it was not necessarily a single thing. I think Amber itself was the project, in the sense that when I joined the company, I wanted to do something that would make an impact for the games industry in Romania. And I felt that Amber, as a Romanian company, could be that. Arguably, it already has done that. We're already the largest Romanian games company ever. Also, arguably, we can do more, and we can have even a longer lasting impact, and that's something that keeps me going personally. All right, let's get into the more fun stuff. What's your secret talent that no one knows about?
Yeah, this is funny. I picked up a new hobby recently during the past year, and that's running. I would probably say that that's one of the secret talents I have.
How much of a talent is this? I mean, what's your pace?
Oh, right now it's it depends on the mileage, right? It's for 5K, it's below 5 minutes per K.
Oh, fuck.
For half, I recently ran a half marathon at 5:30 pace.
Congrats.
So
Mine is maybe less impressive, but I make some really mean omelets.
that's important too.
All right. Speaking of food, if you could have lunch with anyone, dead or alive, who would that be?
Probably Steve Jobs, because I'm really into hardware design, product design. So I would love to pick his mind over dinner.
So now I cannot see, because you said Steve Jobs. It's kind of awkward for me to say Bill Gates. So I'll just go with I don't know. There are some cool game designers, like really veterans, that I'd love to meet in person. For example, Tim Kaine, the original designer of Fallout. So we can go with that. What was your favorite game to play as a kid?
My favorite game, assuming that we're not only talking about digital games, I'd say that probably football, or as the Americans call it, soccer, is one game that probably most us kids were playing.
I didn't have a single one, but one thing that I really enjoyed, I would get together with my brother and my cousin, and we would play various board games for hours. So Monopoly, and another one that we did was Cluedo, but not Cluedo because it didn't exist in Romania. It was called a Romanian version called Enigma.
Enigma, yeah.
And we got so into it that we said, okay, this is too boring, it's too simple. So we created our own version called Enigma 2 with totally new characters, new locations, new everything. So
yeah, that
good
was
times.
the first step into game design.
First and last, probably. But yeah. All right. Thanks.